welcome back to the We Are Investing channel, a channel that is dedicated in investing and personal finance. So you remember that stock, Zomedica, ticker symbol ZOM, that went up 400% in just 1 month? Well, on this video, we're going to talk about a stock that I think has the same potential, if not more. Let me explain, let me show you this company, talk about the stock a little bit, talk about the sector, and why I think this is a very interesting opportunity that I think you should know, and maybe it could be a next big trade or investment that's really going to fatten your pockets. So with that being said, please stay to the end of this video so that you do not miss out on this information. Now please be aware that there is a Patreon for this channel where you get to follow the portfolio in real time. Whenever I open or close a position, I post on the Patreon. Another benefit you get for joining the Patreon is access to a Discord server of over 300 members right now. We talk stocks on the daily, we share ideas with each other, and we help each other out. This is a community that is making money, and that is why this channel is called We Are Investing and not I Am Investing. And please consider hitting that subscribe button, ringing that bell, and smashing that like button. Turn that baby blue. Goes a long way in helping this channel grow, and I really do appreciate it. Alright, the stock we're going to be talking about today is VNRX. It trades at a current share price of $4.46, which I think is extremely undervalued. The market cap is just $215 million. The 52-week high is $5.20. The free float is 30.31 million shares, and volume is still low. This is not discovered yet by the majority of traders. And I think that people are going to be interested in this stock. We will see a spike in volume, and the share price should increase in pretty quick fashion because it is clear, in my mind, in my personal opinion, that this company is severely undervalued. And if you take a look at the chart for the last 6 months, you can see that this stock is getting really close to breaking out. We broke through that prior resistance, and right now it looks like trend is our friend, and we could be setting higher highs and higher lows and really gapping up. And that is a little bit more clear with the activity over the last day. In the 1 day, 1 minute chart, there is extremely bullish activity. The stock is really starting to move upwards, and I think that this stock can contain this momentum for quite some time based on valuation, based on the sector, and based on the company alone. And real quick, based off of 3 analysts, the average price target is $7.16. The low is $6. So right now, at the current share price, there is upside to the low end of these targets. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to show you a video from the company itself explaining its products. Then we'll touch on them a little bit more in the video, and then we'll wrap it up with my final thoughts.
We're developing a range of blood assays of epigenetically altered circulating nucleosomes as biomarkers in cancer and other diseases, and we call these tests Nucu. Our Nucu products will be simple, low-cost, routine blood tests, and therefore should be accessible around the world.
The principle behind the mechanism we use to detect cancer involves really 2 very simple bits of biology. The chromosomes of cancer cells differ from those of healthy cells, both in terms of DNA sequence, but also in terms of protein structure due to epigenetic changes. When cells die, the chromosomes are essentially chopped up into their component parts, and the component parts are called nucleosomes, which are little balls of protein that occur along the string of DNA. In cancer, there are a lot of cell deaths, much more than normal tissue. And when a cancer cell dies, the nuclear components are metabolized into 20 million odd individual DNA nucleosome complexes. Our nucleosomics technology exploits the different compositions of circulating nucleosome structures present in the blood of cancer patients to detect and identify cancer diseases. Using the nucleosomics technology, we don't look at the 1 in a million, we look at all of them. And the second is that using Nucu capture, we can remove the healthy nucleosomes that form the background and look at those nucleosomes that come from the cancer.
The idea of Nucu capture is that we can enrich specifically the cancer-derived nucleosomes that are also containing that specifically mutated DNA. When chromosomes fragment as the cell dies, nucleosomes are released into circulation, some of those nucleosomes contain linker DNA, which links them together in the chromosome. And it's known from previous work that the cancer mutations are specifically associated with nucleosomes without linker DNA. So Nucu capture is designed to work by pulling out and removing the nucleosomes that still contain linker DNA. Once we've captured the nucleosomes, then we have an opportunity to analyse them in a number of different ways. So we can sequence the DNA, which is now enriched for the tumour-derived DNA, and we can use that for treatment selection or diagnosis. And finally, from our own perspective, most excitedly, we think because we're focusing now on tumour-derived nucleosomes, that it'll really enhance the sensitivity of our own Nucu assays for diagnosing different types of cancer using our nucleosomics platform.
We believe Nucu will not only be helpful for human diagnostics, but for animal diagnostics. And we're working with Texas A&M University to develop a line of Nucu vet products to help disease diagnosis in the veterinary market.
So there you have it. This company, their mission is to save lives. They are trying to detect cancer in early stages, and they want to make it easy to screen for cancer. Now, right now, some of the cancers that they're screening in humans is colorectal cancer, lung cancer, and prostate cancer, and they're expanding this to other cancers as well. And also mentioned in that video was their Nucu vet cancer screening test, which is available to the public right now. It was launched in early December. Now, this test is positioned very well for annual checks on older dogs and checks for cases where there is high suspicion of cancer. The test will be available from the GI lab at Texas A&M to potentially thousands of vets across Texas and the rest of the United States. There are approximately 77 million dogs in the United States, and revenue for these tests is expected to be $45 per test, and this company is expected to generate more than 85% gross margin on those tests. So in my personal opinion, I like the product, I like the total addressable market for this company, and at a market cap right now of around $200 million, I think it's extremely undervalued. It's an investment that I can get behind because I like the product, and I think the product addresses a need, and it has a solution. And I think that insurance companies are going to be willing to provide this kind of service for free because it's going to save them money in the long run. The quicker you can detect whether someone has cancer, the better your chances are of treating them, and the more likely they are going to survive. Also throw in the dynamic that this is something that is used for pets as well. For dogs, that is a different market that just increases the total addressable market. And I think that pet owners will be willing to do these annual tests for their dogs because it is worth the money and it can save their dog's life. Because yet again, one of the best ways to treat cancer is to detect it early on, and this is what the company is trying to do in an easy way through a blood test. So I'm all for this company. I want this company to succeed. If this company does succeed and I have money in their stock, then I'm going to be rewarded via returns on my investment. So this is a company that I can totally get behind, and this is a stock that I want to be holding for the long term. And if we look at the performance in some pet stocks, we have Chewy, which increased 248%, has a massive market cap at $43.36 billion. Petco, 44%, $5.72 billion. 1-800-PET-MEDS, 21%, $626 million. Zomedica, which I think is the closest company that is comparable to the company we talked about today on this video, has an increase of 209% and a market cap of $793 million. BarkBox, 18%, $464 million. And this company actually didn't increase in the last year. It dropped 6.3% and has the tiniest market cap of all of these listed companies at $215 million. So when you compare this company to Zomedica, there is a lot of upside here, and that is why I like this as a potential investment as well. So with that being said, let me know in the comments down below what you think about this company. If you're willing to invest in them, I just want to know your opinion. And if you have other stocks that you like and want to mention, please consider adding them down below in the video comments. But please give me a reason why you like these stocks outside of just the ticker. It takes a lot of time and effort into researching stocks, and if you just give me a ticker, I'm not going to look at it most likely because it does take a lot of time to do the research. In addition to the research, it also takes time to film and edit these videos. So if you can return the favor by hitting that subscribe button, ringing that bell, and smashing that like button, it goes a long way in helping the channel grow, and I really do appreciate it. And do not forget about the Patreon page where you get to follow the portfolio in real time and you get access to a Discord server of over 300 members. Down below in the video description are also links to my Twitter. I am being active on there as well now, and links to a Facebook group and promotional links to Webull and Robinhood that will get you free stocks and also give the channel some free stocks as well. But outside of that, you know the deal. It's been real, it's been fun, it's been real fun, and this is We Are Investing, and together we are invincible. See ya!